Oh, come on, you better.
Say hi to Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
I'm gonna put her right here, and she'll just gonna look at your screen. Okay?
You should look at the tech agenda.
Right.
To find the.
Yep, that's what she's been doing.
I think to start with this more program.
The blank.
They're blank.
So we'll show you what I see. Because you clearly labeled them.
Yeah.
One's like 717 and 737.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
I strongly recommend the Chromebook for this presentation, or the card there. The laptops are painfully slow on this.
I didn't have to print that.
When I went, they want you to do like cold, you know, and they would make it right in front of you, you know, they would just make it, you know.
You guys still talking about bologna?
Yeah, you want to go to that hot or cold sandwich. Well, I don't know, that's.
Right.
Yeah. I remember they would just make it, you know,
Yeah.
your typical bologna ham, I think, you know, turkey.
I hear that.
Away from you?
Didn't have bologna.
They probably do, yeah, pretty much. I don't like bologna.
You're to hang out in high school.
Let's please call them bologna. It's just sitting not much to do, very quick. You had the one screen movie and the bologna sandwich shop. That's where we have our next outing, is at bologna.
Is that where it's gonna be? Oh, I'm a senior guy. Yeah.
I don't know bologna's that. It's, you know, I don't, I couldn't tell you how it is now, but.
I strongly recommend, unless you have a newer laptop, using a Chromebook for this. Unless you have a newer laptop, it tends to be painful, it's slow sometimes. With the network.
I remember,
When you get it, what do you?
last rounds of those, I would try,
Looks over to me.
yeah. Did you have three?
Okay, maybe it's fine. The silver one used to be the older one. I just recommend it, I just, it's typically,
You have one more,
the
yeah.
connection to the network in here seems to be significantly better with Chromebooks.
So,
Well,
when you do
It
Yeah.
still works. It'll try to
Yeah.
break it. There seems to be some kind of overhead on laptops now. Those are next year, new devices. Instead of just using the they see the option. First classroom, period, June, always. Well, that's hard, man.
It's frustrating for me. So then it's like, if I'm, well, I could do it, well, you're outside.
So go ahead and find your way into the agenda. You can, also you can, click on type in the address up on the board, get to the presentation. Either way will get you there. You were locked in the That's pretty funny.
You bring them in.
In the log,
Right. was a word doc there. Yeah. Oh, come on.
Already know that this is the ability to record onto your computer, Chromebook, via the browser, and use it for classroom. Also, having the children do it too. Securely into their Google account and then submit to you classmates. And there are a variety of reasons you might want to do this and ways to do it. So that's what we're going to go over today with this. Add to your Chrome browser called Screencastify. We're still getting in. Oh, sorry. We'll catch people up as we go. Okay, so as you can see, what the agenda is for today is just learn throughout the presentation. We're going to install first, then we're going to Hovercamp or Hovercamp. We have over behind Rachel, you'll see 5 Hovercamps we got from around our building to bring up here, which you can plug into your Chromebook or laptop to record with. That'll be for like recording something you're writing on the desk. If you're a math teacher demonstrating something, a language teacher demonstrating how to, dissect a sentence, things like that. Recording from the screen also, what's going on the screen, maybe it's a presentation, you want to do a voice to accompany that. If you want to have your picture down in the corner of your face talking, which most people don't, but you could. Also the audio, in any which way you could. Uploading that to your Google Drive, which is what most of you would do, or have your kids do. And then if you're feeling ambitious, you can also upload it to a YouTube channel created with your school account, which is private, which should be unlisted unless you specifically share it out. Why would you upload to YouTube? Because it allows you to edit it. You can cut it up, chop it up, string a whole classroom of kids together, put a title on the front of it, put little cute little transitions. You can have a kid in your hands, kid do that for you in 10 minutes in the corner of the room. That would probably be good. And then you could share it out to the parents. Hey, take a look at the bookmarks your kids did this one. A bigger audience. It's amazing how the kids will work harder when they know the parents are going to see it. I find that in my classroom with music compositions. It works really well. And then share it out, like I said here, and editing and things like that. Okay, so most everybody's on. Okay, so first thing you want to do is install. You want to go and you can click and you use a link, or up in your browser, type extensions. Just type the word extensions and hit return, and it will take you right to the Google extension store where you can go and type in the word Screencastify in the search bar. So go to extension first. See, enter and it'll give you the Google store pretty darn quick. And then you go and type Screencastify in the search bar, and you'll see it comes right up at the top usually. And then it'll add it to your Chrome browser, which you would do. It is free to do most of the things we are going to do today. Of course, it's a company, so there is a paid version, which will let you do more. Yeah, add it to your Chrome browser. It'll ask you for permission to do so. To download it and install it. When you have added it, you will see a little tiny box up in the top right corner. It looks like the old movie film, little black box with the dots on the side. It'll be in the top right corner when you have installed it. You can uninstall it anytime also. Okay, so everybody's out there?
It's downloading. Did you install it there? It's not installing fast.
So once your film strip icon exists up in the top right corner, tap on it. You will get a little box of options. It'll take a moment to open up the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and tap on it, and you'll get a little box that takes a moment to appear the first time. So you get a set of basic options with the menu that pops up when you click on that film strip box in the top right corner. And this is the free account we're using right now, which requires you to do nothing more. It's linked to your school adjusted.gen.org account. If it asks you to allow tab camera access, you want to do that too. If that does ask you, go ahead and allow access. You can always turn that off later if you want to. You always know if your camera's on because the green dot that'll appear beside your camera, which is at the top of your screen. Put a piece of tape on, don't like the idea of it, but it always has a green dot when it is active. That way, you'll know if Jason is, watching your work. Obviously, right? Yes. Anyway, options. You have 3 different options for capturing video and recording stuff. Tab. What tab does is unique. It records only what's inside of the window of the active Chrome browser. And the tabs are across the top of your screen, all those little tabs that have different stuff. The tab only records what's in the screen. It does not record the bar at the top that has the address. It doesn't record, that's okay. It does not record your menus at the bottom. It only records what's in the screen. That is useful, for instance, if you're doing a presentation or if you're narrating one of your presentations for a kid later on, or if you only want to show what's in the screen, maybe from a video or from some work that you're doing, you're typing maybe, and you want to show only the document, and you want to show the kids how to diagram the sentence. You only show what's inside the tab. Microphone, you have options for that also. You want to record what? You want to plug in an external microphone, you want to record. If you talk to your Chromebook, there are the 2 dots at the top of the screen. Laptops also, those are microphones up there, those little holes at the top. Desktop, that records everything. It records the menus you click on, it records your mouse moving around the top, it records the other tabs, it is the entire screen that it records. And then the cam, that's recording the camera. And there are 2 options for the camera. Your laptop, your Chromebook have the cameras at the top. You can go and plug in a Hovercam over there behind Rachel, and they will be recognized also to record whatever you point that Hovercam at. Audio options. You can record via the microphone you talk, or you can record what the computer's doing. Let's say you're in my class and you're doing music composition with note flight or with sound audio that the music is played via the web browser. It'll choose what you want to do, what you want to have it record. All right, so now, and then embedding the webcam, you'll see that option. That means, let's say you're doing a presentation or a child is doing a book talk and they're showing pictures up on a screen from like a PowerPoint slideshow they've made. Their face is going to appear down in the bottom right corner, and it'll be recorded on the screen along with whatever they've created in their presentation. So they can talk through, like a book talk, what they have done in their work. Maybe they're explaining a math problem for the class, but they're a shy kid who can't get up in front of the class. They repeat themselves, they do it ahead of time, and then that is what the teacher can show up on the screen. A little bit different than, a little bit better maybe some kids have some certain needs. Okay, let's do a little bit of a practice. So here's an example 1 of recording what they Hovercam or webcam, but a Hovercam in this case. So I'm going to play this. This is from Bloomingdale. My son had a class where they would do half a flipped classroom. So the teacher would go each day and make 4 days a week, make these recordings, and then the kids would watch this 2 or 3 times until they got it. Then there were problems, and they would extend off of this video. So let's see this. Play.
Here we're looking at area of triangles. I will be able to find the area of any triangle.
Spiral notebook.
Triangles are half of a rectangle. Whether it be you draw a diagonal, we have 1 triangle here, 1 triangle here.
Or if someone walks in the room, there's a pause button you can click and say, hold on, let me finish this up, and then you can continue. But this would be, you then share the video to the students in your classroom, maybe a couple kids that need the extra work, maybe the whole class. And then they go and watch this at home on their 5th grade Chromebooks eventually, and then they do whatever problems you've given them, either online or on a piece of paper or worksheet.
Straight line from the
Who's the teacher?
of the triangle.
She's the math coach over at
So in this
the,
case, we have a right
Over at Westfield?
triangle with 1 right angle. Right.
so Wendy knows her.
That's her sister.
It's Wendy's sister. There you go. My son knows her well.
Yes.
She invited me. Okay, I have a squirrel, okay? So you can think about ways you can use this in your classroom. Now that is plugging in the Hovercam that you see over there. That's one of the options. We have this around the district. I think some people don't use them as much, and if you're looking for one, like to try it, Jeff and Steve can hook you up, okay? So now, let's have you go and try to do that. Now, I'm obviously most people don't want to record your face right now, okay? So if it's best for you, take your Chromebook and lay it flat. After you start recording, record your hand over it or something. Just want you to try it out so you can see that it works. Or if you don't mind, just record yourself, say hi, and you'll delete it later, okay? But you don't have to record yourself unless you really feel like it. So what do? You click on that little film strip in the top right corner. You choose the options that you want then. So the microphone, beside microphone, you would choose select, and then you would pick the microphone is probably called like Realtek, or it's probably called embedded, or it's probably called something default. The laptops will have different more options like that. System audio is only if you wanted to hear the clicks or if you wanted to record anything on the presentation. And if you choose desktop, it'll record your mouse moving. If you choose cam, it'll record you. Okay. I would try doing the cam first, but that way that way. So, cam. Let's not pretend. So this is just to try it out, and then we'll delete it. You know, get rid of it. Unless of course you want to share with everybody in the room, like the new thing yesterday. Because she is not shy. So once you've clicked cam, if you're okay with that, then go ahead and click record. And in a moment, you will see your camera turn on. So your camera is now on. Now, if you want to see what you look like, click on show preview.
It is. Right now.
Let
me adjust the angle here.
Show preview if you'd like.
Where's the delete button? Where's the microphone? Yeah, I gotta see this video. Oh, right. Yeah, that'll be what did you guys click over here? Right there. Right. You're not there. Right.
And that's what actual.
Now go over to cam.
Everybody gets some kind of recording. Green light turns off, you are done recording. You click on the film to turn off the recording.
Next to the camera. You're recording right now. Okay.
So, government is watching you. No, not the one stage one anyway. I don't know, Jeff was could use some of this. And then it's going to open up a new window with the name of your, well, it's going to say something like whatever. You want to tap on the name up there. It'll show up in orange, but it'll probably say like June 7th, something like that, 2017. Yeah. Tap on it, and then you get to name it. Rename your recording. And it makes sense.
Okay.
And then once that's done, of course, enter in. Now you have a window and a video recording that you've named. You know what it is. If you have 22 kids in your class, though, name it something that makes sense for you. And then we're going to organize it into a folder or a directory within your Google Drive.
Well, how do we do a name? Yeah.
So you tap on the name. There you go. And give it a real name. Does everybody name a recording? Anybody not get to that point?
The only problem is that there's you got there. No, they just asked to know savings, so what will they change? Yeah. I know. I got
It's okay.
All right.
And you can hear my voice in the background. It's really annoying. So click on the orange, and now you have a name again.
Okay.
The kids will do the same thing if they're doing something for your class. All right. So now you have with the name. Click on the arrow beside the name you gave it. The arrow that points left, and then it'll show you where it's stored.
Right. You're recording.
So if you click on the arrow beside mine says ABA example song. Like my ternary song. So if you click here, it'll take you to a directory. What it has done now is it has created in your Google Drive, a Screencastify folder, a directory. And in there, it automatically dumps all of the videos you record. That's where you want to keep things organized if you use this a lot, of course, because it's automatically made it. So for me, I have period 4, period 6, period 7, period 8, and I organize, you make new directories like you would in any Google Drive, and you go and organize your videos. And if you tap it again, you can work with it. So now, you're into your,
I'm sorry, how do we save it?
click on the name where it says June 7th, 2017.
Oh, I see, okay.
And then go ahead and name it. Left.
Oh, okay. I did. This is cool. I love this.
So you select desktop or tab. Desktop records the whole screen, and tab records just the window without the tab. Oh, well, you choose tab. So, like, even you, for instance, like, if you're gonna have a kid like here, and your kid's gonna describe what they did, how they did, you know, and show the parents later, or the user or work, what they did, what they did, again, you know, that would all be different than over. You know, I mean, West Coast did that. It's like, it's really rough. But that's what this map was having to do, because social media use. You know, I think our kids are great, and they're expensive.
Oh, what is it? Save? It's saying something.
What?
So, if you go to your Google Drive, your new Screencastify folder. These are all my other things too, but your Screencastify folder, if you go in there, you will find your new recording. Yeah. You can share your recording out your classroom to specific students, to other teachers in this room. So if you go and open up, double click a song, you have the option of sharing it out with anybody you want to. So if I take, for instance, here's Teddy. Okay, this is really slow. You can share anything out that you have.
Oh, yeah. That's where I thought it was.
So you can go and two-finger tap on any of your video, the one you made, and you can share it out. Share, like Daniel can share with Holly, you know, Melissa can share, you know, and share out, and they can see the same thing that you just recorded. There it is. Like that. So I'm going to send this to Danielle.
Oh, I see. Now, will it show up in my Screencastify folder?
And it'll share to you.
There.
I just shared something with you.
I'm looking.
And you can share your recordings back and forth. You can also just go right to your Google Classroom, and then if you go and make an assignment or an announcement, it'll give you the option to select anything in your drive. This will show right at the top because it's recent. The recent stuff usually shows at the top of your Google Drive, and then you can use that to share with the kids.
What did you share with me?
I shared something called Teddy. It's one of the classroom recordings from my last, my fourth quarter class. So if you click on Share with Me down on the left side of your Google Drive under,
I just got there.
maybe it's the,
I just refreshed. There it is.
there it is. So then if you open that up, eventually it'll play for you. Hopefully the connection is speedy.
What's that?
I shared that.
And you could share this out to parents too, but that's, you know, your call. You have to specifically say they have access to it. Anybody else want to try to share with each other? Remember, once you delete it, even a shared person can't see it. Once you delete it, it's gone.
Oh, there you are, Rose.
Why does that offline?
Oh, you bet.
I'm gonna leave your video now. Up there.
Okay, I'm not.
Sure.
I'm out.
So many of you have video teaches, some of you have whiteboards, versions of that. This is an example of using those to be recorded. So this is another math class. This is from freshman year, my daughter's freshman year math class, a flipped algebra 2 classroom. And this teacher records everything up on a video and then shares it with the kids then to work on it tonight. And they come back the next day with any questions they have, what they couldn't finish on the worksheet, which follows this video. And she made, I would say, 250 of these things because there are multiple videos sometimes. So it was really intense, very intense in the class. Here's an example.
In section 9.4, we will be focusing on the Pythagorean theorem, or as your book likes to call it, geometry.
She uses her video then to do all the drawing. It looks better than a spiral notebook.
Previous math classes. But in this class, we are going to apply the theorem to very complex geometry problems. And we are also going to prove the theorem. We are going to prove that the square of the measure of the hypotenuse of a right triangle is equal to the sum of the squares of the measures of the lattice. Let's start off here by labeling our triangle ABC. This is the right triangle and the right.
I'm waiting for Tom to say she's wrong.
The side across the angle A, I'm going to call it A.
So there you go. This is an example using your video or your whiteboard, whatever you have.
C, I'm going to call it C. Then
So that's an example of doing something that looks a little cleaner, perhaps, that you would actually use recording. And it works the same way. You just start the recordings.
How do you do it with the video?
So you have to install it up on here, and you go and you put it on the browser. And open it in the browser, and there are all sorts of drawings.
So if you don't have one of the videos, like you have whiteboard, it says video, oh, it's whiteboard, another program.
I'm sorry, but the smart boards, things like that.
Oh.
So did you don't have a menu in your room?
No, I have the little,
Do the pen and the magnet?
yeah.
Yeah, it'll do this.
Oh, okay.
It'll work.
Okay.
It'll work. And there are all kinds of extensions for drawing on that. You import a PDF or a Word file like this, and then you go and mark it all up like that and talk through as you do it.
If you put the document to put the image there and lock it,
Yes.
and then you could record if you use that option.
You can take your piece of paper and take a picture of it, literally, and then you can draw all over it. You can Hovercamp and kind of take a snapshot. There are many ways. Once you've done it a couple of times, you'll think, no, this is easy. And if you're not sure, just need, we'll help you. Send me an email, we'll help you. Okay? And then recording a full screen just for kids' work, things like that. This is just an example of kids. I think this is one. But this is recording the entire screen. So you're going to see the tabs, you'll see my mouse moving. I did not turn the audio on for the microphone. This is just the kids' work. Let's go. There we go. But this is with the microphone off, but the audio of the computer turned on. Why not? This is Amelia Marconi's simple composition. And you can see the menus at the bottom, you see all the tabs at the top, it records everything. There you go. That's a full screen recording example. Which you can do by looking at the desktop and you recording. So, what can you do with these when you're done? We did a little bit of sharing already. Most of them, by default, they go to the Google Drive. But if you go and click on this specifically, when you're in your actual recording, you open it up, you have the download option, which I don't recommend if you're on a Chromebook, because essentially it'll fill up whatever space. This Chromebook's got like this much memory internally. They're meant to be done on the internet. Everything's stored on the internet. But if you have a laptop or a computer at home, you can download them where you plug an external drive. Okay, you can download it, and then you can do more. Like say you're into iMovie and things like that. You want to edit the video up more, do more with it, then you can do that. This is the real sharing method. When you do this, you get options. Google Drive is the obvious where it's going to by default, but you can also do YouTube. And that's, I made one called Pick Up Music Class, and it's a private channel. If I send links out to parents, they can view specific videos in there. They don't have access to everything. They only get access to what I let them see. And what's nice about this is that YouTube offers lots of editing tools that are free. You can clip the end, trim it up, chop it up, put titles on it, transitions on it, make everything look blue, okay? Do what you want, but it'll let you do the editing, and it'll take multiple videos and put them into one video. Okay, there are copyright restrictions. They have algorithms which literally will listen to your, whatever it is. If you put like the Aladdin soundtrack in the background, it's going to flag it and say, "Excuse me, you can't use this." Okay, it'll do that. But for the most part, anything you have a kid create in the class, that won't be a problem. So you can choose to send it up to YouTube. It's quite fast, but you'll have to make your channel first. You have to literally go to YouTube. And then on the left side, assuming you're in your school account, you'll see like, subscriptions, channels. You click on channel the first time, it'll say, do you want to make a channel? You don't have a channel. And you give it a name. Like, I didn't call it Brian Travis. That's what it defaults to. I call it music class. Call it your, fifth grade awesomeness, whatever you want to call it. That's how it works. And you have something that the kids then can see a name for the channel when they are sent the link by you for the parents. Okay? All right. That's for sharing out, basically. Sorry, I know I'm going that. But if anybody sees a need or an option,
I think we can show this stuff to the fourth grade.
Yeah.
And have a video.
having Screencastify 3 limits you to 10-minute recordings, and that is the length of a recording. So if a kid is doing a book talk, it's got to be 10 minutes or less. Okay, which is actually a long time for a kid to do.
Well, what about
anything.
like
Like that for a teacher, because I use this every single quarter. I make $24. Okay, and it allows me unlimited amounts, unlimited length. And when the video is done recording, that screen that pops up that lets you rename it, it lets you trim the beginning and the end. So you can get you're in the part where your mouse is moving to click on the things at the end where you're going to click and turn it off. So it lets you cut out, that's very, very basic editing, but it's kind of useful because it saves it without having to do any more editing than we want to share it out. Which is kind of, and again, the YouTube allows a lot of editing if you have any interest in doing that. And it's free. And if you have a Chromebook, it's relatively speedy. The laptop is less so, it's relatively speedy. This house works. Okay. So how could you use this in your room? Well, book talks are a big one, I think, for kids, especially if they find reading painful. Having them do a book talk and knowing they're going to do a book talk and knowing it's going to get shared out, maybe to mom and dad or to another classmate to then do a critique constructively of their book talk, things like that. It's a motivator for the kids to know that they're doing this. How else could you use this in your room?
what's the model, like example on like discussion or something, like, oh, we had show the other kids what that should look like?
Yeah, you could be doing a little Shakespearean theater in your room, and you could turn the Chromebook around, and you could record the skit that they're doing in the room, and it's automatically saved up on you then to say to raise the bar, as I always say. You go and show it to the next quarter, say, look what they did last quarter, look at that, look what's good here, look how they could have made that better. It's amazing how the kids will look at that and say, oh, I can do better than that. And then they'll do their own and raise the bar a little bit. Things like that you have to share and show next. It makes a difference. It does usually. How else could you use this?
I know what I've done in my class is, being a social studies class, we have a lot of content that gets thrown in there. So a lot of times I'll flip my lectures. So how they're acquiring all their information are these videos at home. You know, they're all watching YouTube and all this stuff at home anyways. Throw in a couple of videos and they remember it, really well. And once we get to class, we start the project. So what I've done also is I've done a project description. We had a comic strip assignment. Instead of me taking 20 minutes out of class to explain what it is we're doing, I put my explanation in a video. And then when they showed up to class the next day, we can just use that extra 20 minutes to work on it in class, and I can help them.
How do you know they watch it?
Third-party apps out there like Edpuzzle. I don't know if you guys saw. I think Julie Powell did one on Edpuzzle, where you can actually see if the students watch the videos. And you can put questions with the videos as well. So if a kid asks me a question, like, well, I don't know what we're doing. I'm like, well, I can see you didn't watch the video. But instead of having to watch the video with everyone, I sent that one student, be like, okay, go watch the video. Then you get started while everyone else is still can still work on the project.
How about a kid who was absent from school?
They can see that as well.
They're not completely behind if you can share things out like this, or have made a whole library of things that you're gonna do and say, but you've done it in 1 year, you have an awful lot of stuff to reuse then in the future. It does provide that. And now some of the things up here, demonstrating stuff like moving manipulatives, things like that, how to construct company. You guys remember Rowan Griffin? He has his own YouTube channel. He probably has 120 videos up there. And he does with his friends. What he does. And he has like 6 ways to solve a Rubik's Cube is one of them up there. He does videos of things like that. Okay, first you do this, turn it 5 ways. It means this is what kids do. My son over at Bloomington, when they got the Chromebooks first, the number of YouTube channels exploded. It was crazy. They're all sharing these little things like Nerf gun, purchase Nerf gun demonstration, reviews, things like that. I mean, they're really into it. I got a new pool. Look at the features. Okay, this is what these kids are doing in huge amounts. They share them out. I listen to my son. I hear about the kids in the background. What are you watching? Okay, oh, so-and-so got a new pool. They're showing us all their new stuff. Okay, this is what they do with the Chromebooks in the summer.
It really puts the learning in our students' hands. And if you think about, ourselves, we're going to work around our house or something. I know the first time I'm doing any sort of project in my house, the first place I go, YouTube. And I got to find a way to learn it on my own. Even for a student that's like, we do like a lecture in front of the class, students sometimes are like falling asleep or not paying attention. Maybe they don't feel well, they're not paying attention that day. You have a video, they can go back and watch it when their focus is on what the task that they're doing.
Some plans. Let's say you have something kind of complicated. You know you're not going to be there for 2 days. You record an awful lot of the directions ahead of time, maybe with demonstrations up there. The sub plays that, gets the kids moving, and you come back and you have something to do, especially if you don't know who the sub's going to be, or if you know the sub is, you really will go well. You want to have the lesson as much as you can. I didn't say that. And you know what they're going to learn. You know what they're going to have. And they can repeat the video. It doesn't kids.
So how would you share that out to a someone? Because I have made a video for an art project that I was going to be there for like the first day of the lesson. So I recorded on an Elmo document camera. Yeah, that's top, and then they have the access to that.
So Julie Powell, the tech teacher, soon to become a tech coach downstairs. What she does is she goes and makes, pages. Here's my lessons for today, okay? And she will then go and provide the link to that on the subtitles. Type in google.gl, goo.gl, like there, 408 5D. That is unlisted, okay? Only if you take that in can you get to it. That's what's on the plan. Then it comes up on the screen. Because all the subs have a login. They all have a login down here. And then they go and they click on the link that they type in, and bam, there's a lesson plan. Video 1, lesson worksheets, okay? All that is out there in order. This is what Julie does, because she's been going to conferences this year. She's been doing a lot of stuff to help prepare for things like this. And she missed a day here and 2 days there. And this is how she kept the class moving. She really did. You walk in, and there are the plans. It's a link.
So Mark, if I can add on to that, if you're looking at Brian's presentation, if you look in the address bar, you see how long that little link is. It's like on your computer, you have to watch it. That link is incredibly long. So there are providers that shorten up the link, and that Mr. Bolton's highlighted on the desktop there. And where you went wrong last year is each of the subs has a general login. So all of them are going to use the same subs login on their long-term sub. So what you need to do is take your presentation or whatever you want to share, make sure it's public so anybody can access it, and then shorten the link to make it look like that, or use a service like Vigi. And then,
Google shortener, that's right.
Yeah, you shorten up the link, and then all they have to do is find that little 8-digit link.
So Lauren, see it there. I'm copying, just like you said.
Yeah.
Copy, and then I'm going to go into shortener. And then you get this. Paste in your URL, and this is on my school account. Paste. Not a whole lot. And short URL. Now I get this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters. I copy it, and then if I go and put that on my lesson plan, the sub can take that in. There it is. Now I need to go back to my same presentation via a short URL.
And the problem some people will forget to do is make sure your presentation is just for you, that subtime can give the content.
Make sure you attach the one that you put, you know, anyone has.
You see, Warren, right there, it says anyone that's closer to 10. Well, let's just be safe here. Anyone with the more, anyone with the link. That's what you really want to be safe. But no one can search it and find it. If they have a link, though, they can get to it. And that applies to videos, that applies to anything on Google. So if you're gonna share with someone in another district, which I've run into a lot of times in community work, they send me a link and it's, I go click on it, it says you must request access because you don't have their domain address. If they forget, you have to do that. Anyone with a link, it can't just be anyone within the district. People forget that because they're so used to going their district, which doesn't matter. Right.
Brian, one thing I wanted to ask you, I've used these before using another. This is much more succinct than it's in your browser. I think that's great. Is there a way to annotate on the video? If I wanted to add some colored lines after it's already been created, can I go back in and add on top of that? Probably not.
So the only way I know to do that is, color lines as a drawing on there?
Yeah, it's like if I'm looking at the browser and I want to highlight something, or I want to underline with a different color, or maybe I want them to look somewhere on the screen. Like I noticed how your browser has a circle around it to make sure they see your mouse.
So that's actually built into the Chrome browser. To highlight the mouse bar to make the cursor even huge. You can add those if you want to.
Okay.
Especially for kids with needs.
So that's a separate tab that you.
That is not. That's built into. If you click on your three dots up here, I'll go to settings.
Okay.
This is built into the Chrome browser. Actually, I use it for presentations because it makes it easier to see.
Absolutely.
Go down to advanced settings, and there's a ton of things in here for people. What is it under? Accessibility, way at the bottom under extra. Large mouse. Look at the size of my mouse now.
Yep.
You see it across the room.
And even on Screencastify, I believe there's an option to have a toolbar show up while you're doing it. You can like highlight and underline. You just press like the Screencastify button for a second. Go into like more like the three lines.
I see it. Drawing tool shortcut.
Yeah, so that'll kind of show up while you're recording, and you can like highlight. I think there's like a laser pointer option as well to kind of point things out. It shows up in your video, the toolbar that's there, but as long as it's not really in the way of what you're presenting, you can use some of those while you're actually recording.
Click the key command and make that
Alt P.
Alt P. There's so that's an option as well. You can always use again like a third party app as well, along with some of that as well. Because you're just recording the video file and you can put it into something else and edit it from there as well.
So that's in tab recording mode, it looks like.
So
Okay, so like Alt P. And we're going to website. So if I go back to our website, and of course, so counting down.
then you get this this little toolbar in the kind of bottom left corner where you have the tab where you can circle things as you're walking through your recording.
They click a certain URL, such as still recording while I'm doing it. Oh, I messed that up. I want to erase it. Erasing what I did.
Screencastify when you're recording. Okay.
Not very well. Have a mouse. Mouse a bit easier. Okay. You can bend the webcam down the corner so I get my face, my mugshot right there. Make a pause the recording, someone walked in the room, oops. It happens when my son has support teachers keep walking in the room all the time, must be some work group. Kids walk in, hold on guys. Pause it.
It gave me 10 minutes to record it. I was almost done. Like 9 minutes left. Our team leader, Sarah Olson, called me right at the end, so I had to redo the entire video. So I would like record a part, pause it, regather yourself, and then just do it. So like when I flip my lecture, I try just to do like a slide at a time, pause. That way I don't have to start all over every single time.
So there's the recording of what we just did. We're then drawing a red circle around the short URL. Such as still recording while I'm doing it. Oh, I messed that up. I want to erase it. So you get the idea. You're erasing what I just did. Yes. Jason, do you think people could use their classroom money to, if they wanted to spend $24?
Just like the previous session, I said if we demo mode first and it's successful, then we'll purchase the good version. I always want to make sure that it's could actually be used first before we have to pull over. But absolutely, $24 is not.
It's 24 per person.
Per person.
It is tied to your specific account.
So now that we've done
Yeah, that's-
it's gonna be
That's
on.
something that
But it'll be like any Chrome browser you open. If you put on the link, it'll take a minute to like download and install, and it'll tell you, it'll pop up, okay, install Screencastify on this. Yeah, but once you're reading that specific one, it'll use it. When else logs in, it'll take it off their account.
Are you working?
Yeah.
It works.
So maybe even if it's a show like Amazon Video, so if you're putting out a double space for papers, and it's great, like how to select the text and then show them that on the desktop. So give them on a double space there, like Word documents or even, Google Docs, you could show them how to do this in typical format functions using the report that that's here.
I know.
So Rose is gonna do a whole set of help tips she's gonna record now. It demonstrates, so when people send her an email, how do I list that? Here's the link.
Thanks, Rose.
Yeah. Can't wait to get the next one.
How
I can do
Question? I think that's what we have for today for you.
Awesome, awesome. I like this one.
Yeah, that was awesome. A little bit more like that. Yeah, it's money.
Yeah, if you, it depends on the camera. I don't know if that would work for the Hovercamp, because that's just like, if you have like a separate left hand or something, I would just use that. That's it.
Okay, when did that? Yeah, and then I was
Only works out real with I got started. You got to start, that's why it's. I can't pop up so you just. That's a real web page.
never started state church.
Oh, no, I went there for our class.
For the expectations of that.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I don't know about
Vimeo or SmartBoard, that's probably much smoother.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Do you know how to change the names of YouTube channels?
It's pretty big here, and I printed it out. Wait, for the other personal one?
Yeah, so for the ones that are kind of tied in with their accounts, you
It
said.
says their name, right?
Yeah. And they won't let you.
Let me change my note, I know it's
Oh, okay.
Oh, for Jessica. She's there.
Yeah,
she's senior. No.
or she's going to be a senior.
Amanda Hahn.
She's gonna be a senior.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, it's the same, yeah, like one in the
No, Hahn.
Sounds familiar.
I mean, they live in Itasca, but they went to St. Louis.
So, since you know it's the account, so you can
Yeah.
as an overview.
I mean, Amanda's gonna be a sophomore.
Yeah. All right, so I should have this category for kids. And then I'll tab it for the do you think?
But it's not-
You're awesome. Oh, okay.